Hey YouTube, Sam here. Well, we are in the midst of replacing this broken door handle here. Now, if you want to know how I got this far, I have a door panel video for this truck, and I will put that up separately. That'll get you this far. Now, we just got to replace this broken door handle. And what I did, I actually went on Amazon, and I got what I needed. It was fairly low cost, and I wasn't in a big hurry, and I can't remember what it was. I did my driver's side one here a while back, and I can't remember what it was at the parts place by me, but it wasn't that expensive either. But I was ordering a bunch of stuff, so I went ahead and ordered this up. I'm hoping it's a decent one. We shall see. And regardless, on Chevy, these are just a weak part. Now, something you definitely have to order, which I wish I would have taken a better look at, is I ordered a tan one, but this is definitely more of a brown than a tan. So I'm going to go look at my other side and see if it's even close to that. If not, we're probably going to be using it anyway, because pretty sure it's too late to send this back. This is the problem I've been having. That's one thing about Amazon. There's been a couple times where I didn't get to the project until after I've ordered, but I'm ordering stuff, so I try and order it so I get free shipping. Wind up with either the wrong part or something that's not quite right, and can't send it back. But we'll make it do. I'm not too worried about it. At some point in time, I'd like to kind of paint this whole truck up and make it all nice and redo. I don't really like tan personally, so regardless, we're going to make this work. The first thing we're going to do is kind of start taking off some of these plastic pieces. Now, remember where they go and re-put them back on. Now, I used duct tape here, and it obviously didn't work very well. I might try something a little bit different next time. In fact, I'm just going to leave that one on there for now. But regardless, I tried, and there is a purpose for this. So you should put it back if you have it. And if you don't, you should try and get some. Alright, now I gotta remember. Like I said, I've done this once before, and I can't remember if I just drilled this out and was able to get to everything. I think I was. I think there is a rivet right here, and the rest of it will come out fairly easy. So we got to drill down in this bottom corner. Hopefully you can see here. Yep. As soon as that top comes off, stop. I'm just going to try and yank this thing out of here because I really don't want it. Yeah, it's not coming out, and I don't want to break this because I may be able to reuse this. So we're going to go with it. And I was able to pry that out. I don't know how much that you're going to see because I was just kind of fiddling with it till I figured it out. So we drilled that out, and this whole thing goes forward just like that, and then pulls right out. So actually very, very simple. I just was making it harder than it needed to be. Rods right here, and quite honestly, I think they just pop up, but as usual, I'm never positive about a whole lot of anything. See if I can get more light on the subject here for you. Yep, so those just pop right out. These clips just kind of have a bit of an angle to them that suck in and grab a hold of that rod. There's also one down here on the bottom which you can't see, and I can't really. As you can see, there's a hole there because my card filled up when I was pulling it off the rest of the way. But on the back of this, and I don't have much light, that's the one you saw right here, and then there's another one right there. And the rods just clip into them. They don't have any keepers or anything like that. That's just these, well, I guess they're plastic keepers, but they don't have, you don't have to turn them like some of the other ones. Anyhow, this is the piece that's also broken here that was hooked to the doorknob. So I'm going to take a look at this and see if there's a way I can change this one out for my new one, just so the colors are the same. So we got these in a little better light now, and the first thing I'm going to do is actually pull this off, because it looks like it didn't come with one. So I'm going to want to put this back on that one or on this one, depending on which one I use. Okay, and then here is the broken piece right there that went up in here. So can I, without screwing things up, make this one work? First of all, there's a piece on here you got to pull off. I don't remember that being on the other one, but I don't really remember doing the other one other than the fact I did it. So there's that. Everything looks identical as far as all the lock stuff and all that kind of stuff. But honestly, other than I'm worrying about this spring popping out here, which may be a booger, it just looks like these pop out and the whole thing will slide that way. So yeah, this is where this thing probably springs back and snaps my fingers, so I'm a little bit leery. But we got that up. I'm just going to let that pop out there. Try and hold these springs. Pull that off. Still holding these springs. Best I can anyway. Okay, so what can I do to hold these up? It's not a lot of spring pressure here, but trying to hold it and put it in there at the same time is a little bit difficult. Whoop. Okay, well, what did I just do? Okay, so we're going to put this in first. Okay, see, this is the right one, right? We'll make sure we get the right one. Then this goes over the top of that. I think I'm actually going to pop it in here first. We'll see if we can do that part first. Hopefully you can see this. Okay. Well, something that they did with this one, well, no, there is a built-in stop right there. It's just this little arm gets upset after a while. Alright. That's going to have to go there, and that goes up there. So, that goes that way. There we go. Alright, we got her in there. And it was just trying to squeeze her down in there, and just remember the springs have to be underneath here. And then there's a little hole or a little divot here that the spring goes into. Alright, and we are all set, and it doesn't look like I just put a brand new brown one on. So I am going to keep this in case any other parts die. But regardless of that, I am pretty happy with what we have here. My clips still look good. This is a brand new one here, and that one looks good, so we should be able to put it all back in. Here we are back at the door. I'm going to finish drilling this out a little bit here. Okay. Now that hopefully went all the way down to the bottom, which I don't know as it did. I want to make sure that didn't wind up in your mechanism for your window, which mine actually did. Okay, there we go. Now it's in the bottom of my door where it can rattle. Actually, I think it hit the back of my speaker, the magnet. Kind of sounded like it hit a magnet. Regardless, there we go. That's cleaned out. Now we gotta hook these back up to their perspective areas here, which hook the bottom one in first. Kind of get that down there. This top one flips in there. And this whole thing should go forward and slide back. Okay, and that puts it there. Now, here's the part where you do kind of need a specialty tool, but not really. If you want to take the time to go up, and you can see this, there's a hole right here that you can reach up into and get your hand back here, and I can even fill the hole right there. Now, if you get a small, but you need it can't stick out a whole lot because your window mechanism excuse me, goes right behind this, so it has to just barely fit in here and be fairly flush here as well. You can get a nut and a bolt and make sure you have Loctite or a lock washer or something like that on it, and then be careful your first time you do your window and make sure that nothing is hitting. Or you can go to Harbor Freight and buy this tool fairly cheap. This is like $9.99 on sale type thing, and you can get a bunch of aluminum pop rivets that'll fit in there and go in here and just pop rivet this thing in like it originally was. Alright, all in all, the rest of it's just putting it all back together. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that to you putting it in reverse if you need to watch my video backwards. But we're all good here. Mechanism's working here. That mechanism is working there. So I'm going to go ahead and actually close my door like it would be closing. Pull that and it opens right up. That's pretty sweet. Alright, we're happy. Now we can get in and out of this door. Well, down below, tell me if you realize what I just did as I was doing it, or what I didn't do, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to do this all over again, drill that out and pull this out, because I forgot to put this on the back, and I am going to do it even though I screwed up. Put things back if they were there in the first place. Alright, this is Sam, Jack of all and obviously master of none. You all have a good one.